I spotted you the other day with a guy. You on a date, right?
What do you mean?
I also noticed you entering the jewelry store with him. I assume he bought you a fancy ring, right?
Yeah, he did get me a ring. Did you notice? I didn't realize you were there.
I was so surprised that I just stood there frozen. Haha. I had no idea that you had such a good-looking boyfriend. What did you want to tell me?
Is it really that surprising for me to have a boyfriend?
Absolutely. I never thought you'd have a boyfriend. You're such a traditional and quite conservative girl. So, are you planning to marry him? I couldn't really see, but it seems like he got you a pretty expensive ring, right?
He's a nice guy and all, but I don't think we're ready to get married yet.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I suppose these things do take time.
The ring he bought for me was an engagement ring, though. Marriage is all about timing, you know. He's busy with work right now. We've decided not to rush into things. We're taking it slow and waiting for the right time for the ceremony. But even before that, we hadn't introduced each other to our parents. There's still a long road ahead.
Hold on. Are you telling me I'm the only one who knows you have a boyfriend? You haven't told anyone else?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really have many close friends, so I suppose so.
No way, you are so secretive.
Well, it's not like I was intentionally hiding it or anything.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you something else. What kind of job does he do now? It must be pretty good if he can afford to buy you an expensive ring.
He's just an ordinary real estate agent. He's just exceptionally good at his job, that's all. He mentioned that he had the highest number of house sales the previous year.
Wow, that's impressive. So he's a smooth talker, huh? You're so fortunate to have found a man like that. Good for you. He even took you to the store and let you choose your own ring. I guess I'll just have to steal him from you. Just kidding. I would never do something like that. But if he were to make the approach, who could resist, right?
What? Are you serious?
Oh no, look at the time. I'm sorry. I've got to run. By the way, don't worry about marriage. There's no need to rush things, as you mentioned. Enjoying your engagement for a bit is quite okay. Goodbye. I'll see you later, sis.
2 months later. Hey, Oscar, do you have some free time this weekend? We haven't had the chance to go on a date recently, and I would really like to spend some quality time together. It feels like it's been a year since we went out somewhere.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't mean to give the impression that I was expecting an apology. I understand how busy you've been with work, and I know it's an important time for you. If you can't have any free time, that's completely okay.
Actually, it's not about the time. It's just that I've been thinking, and I believe maybe we should reconsider our relationship.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't think we should continue with our engagement. I've come to the difficult decision that we should end things and go our separate ways. Let's pretend like we never got engaged. It seems like it was a mistake.
I think it was a bad idea. Oscar, what's going on with you all of a sudden? What do you mean by telling us to end things? I'm confused.
I'm sorry, but that's just how things are. Please, I don't want to complicate this more than necessary. It's better if you just forget about me.
Oscar, wait! This is so sudden. Can you tell me what happened? Did I do something wrong? Maybe if we talk about it, we can figure things out.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. You've always been caring and supportive during the time we've been together. Honestly, you're a wonderful person.
Then why are you breaking up with me?
Listen, recently I met someone else. I feel like she's my real soulmate, and I want to marry her.
Someone else? I can't still understand. What are you saying?
I feel like she is my real soulmate. I want to marry her. You and I had a good time together, but I can't continue. I just can't ignore these feelings.
Hold on for a moment, please. Is this some kind of joke? You're my soulmate?
I understand this might be difficult for you, but please.
But you got me an engagement ring and everything.
Well, about the ring. Can you please give it back to me?
What? Give back to you?
Yeah, your ring size is the same as hers, so I want to give her the ring. Please tell me when I could get it back from you.
How can you even ask that? I can't believe it. Do you realize how happy I was when you gave me that ring?
Come on, Beverly. Can't you just return it? I'm the one who paid for it after all. But now I want to take it back. I'm asking you politely.
What on earth is going on?
Beverlyn, you've always been caring and supported me, even in tough situations. You're a wonderful woman, truly. But that's not enough for you to become my wife.
What are you saying? I thought we were doing well together.
I want someone attractive like her, someone younger who brings more excitement into my life. Plus, she comes from an affluent family.
What? Is that the reason you want to cancel our engagement?
Regardless, that's the situation. I've discovered my true soulmate now. It's preferable for both of us to move on. We had a good time together.
I can't believe you're saying this.
I need you to pick up your belongings today as well. I've already packed up your things. If you don't come today, I'll have to dispose of your belongings.
The next week.
Hey sis, isn't the weather lovely today? And now let's guess who I'm hanging out with right now. Give it a shot.
Who is it?
3, 2, 1. Tay-day. You're no fun. Not even one guess? All right, fine. Then I'll disclose it to you. I'm currently out with Oscar, your boyfriend.
Huh. What are you two doing together?
Oh, we just grabbed some coffee and spent some time together.
Just the two of you?
Yeah. By the way, there's something I need to confess. I've been keeping a secret for a while now.
What's going on?
I'm dating Oscar. We're in love.
Wait, what? I don't understand. Is this a joke? Come on, Melody. Stop messing around.
When we met, there was just this incredible connection. And ultimately, I realized, he's my soulmate. I've never felt anything like this before. Life has been completely different since we started dating.
How could this happen?
Well, I coincidentally met him at a bar in town when he happened to sit down next to me at the counter. I treated both of us to a drink, and we engaged in conversation. Our conversation lasted for hours because he was so attractive.
So, you coincidentally encountered him at a bar and hit it off with him? I observed how you play with men. Your previous boyfriend, how long did that relationship last? A week.
I bet you don't genuinely like him and are just trying to hurt me. I can't understand what you're referring to.
Do you remember what you told earlier? Regarding that lawyer you briefly went out with last year. You also told me you coincidentally met him at a bar, too. You claimed he was your soulmate, and that you had never felt a connection like that before.
That was a different situation. Men always become infatuated when you declare them your soulmate. I was just being playful. I didn't expect him to take it so seriously.
And now you've repeated the same scenario. I can't believe you anymore. What kind of sister are you, stealing my boyfriend?
I bet this was completely unexpected, right? But there's more. I have another significant surprise for you. Are you prepared?
What are you going to tell me?
I'm pregnant with his child.
Huh, you're pregnant.
Oscar hasn't known about this yet. I wanted you to be the first to know. I'm sure he'll be thrilled.
Well, this is a nightmare. Did he really get you pregnant?
Of course. I wouldn't fabricate something like this.
Whoa, you're out of your mind. What will you do next?
Now that I'm pregnant, Oscar will have no option but to marry me. He's not the type of man to abandon a woman raising a child alone. I suppose I won't have to worry about finances with him as my husband.
Don't think you'll escape consequences, Melody.
Accept it. Men just find me more appealing. I'm sorry, but you never stood a chance. I'm a woman who goes after what she desires, even if it means flirting with my sister's boyfriend. You can hold our child when I give birth, all right?
Haha, this is too good.
Why are you laughing? Are you out of your mind?
Well, actually I don't have a fiancé.
What are you saying?
I hate to spoil your excitement, but I don't have a partner right now.
What are you talking about? Of course you do, or you used to. The one I took from you.
Oscar, we ended things about 2 months ago.
Hold on, what? 2 months ago?
You haven't really deprived me of anything. He's now yours.
Oh my God, you two had already ended things.
Watching this entire drama of yours is really tiring.
Well, regardless, I'm now with Oscar, who used to be your boyfriend. It must still be a significant shock for you that we're getting married.
I'm not sure what he told you, but he's not planning to marry you. He's planning to marry a woman from his workplace.
Another woman in his workplace? Where did you hear that falsehood?
And now you're pregnant? You've really put yourself in a complicated situation. What's your plan?
Wait a minute. You're not serious about this, are you? Is he truly going to marry someone else?
Yes, that's what he revealed when I questioned him further.
You're not telling the truth. It can't be acceptable.
When he unexpectedly ended our relationship, he asked me to get my belongings back before he discarded them. When I went to collect my belongings, I questioned him further about the reasons for the breakup. It was incomprehensible. I insisted that he introduce me to his supposed soulmate. Otherwise, I would find her by myself and inform her about how he treated me.
Well, then, what was his response?
He broke down emotionally. He admitted that he intended to marry a coworker, and she's also his boss's daughter.
How ridiculous!
If he were to marry you, all he'd get is an ordinary woman. However, if he marries this other girl, he gets the chance to promotion. He claimed it was a straightforward decision. Of course, he's going to marry his boss's daughter. That doesn't imply that he loves her. Or perhaps he never really cared about having love in a relationship. I can't believe I was so foolish and never realized it.
He hasn't told me anything like that. So, does this mean he's being unfaithful to me?
I suppose so. It's not really my concern anymore. He was likely just playing with you. I guess we both got played.
No, he would never do that to me. He told me he loves me. He said we are soulmates.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm pregnant with his child. We're planning to get married. He expressed his love for me before heading to work today.
Well, why didn't you directly ask him then? Ask him about his plans for you and the child, and about the relationship he's been concealing from you.
Certainly, I'll address that.
I want no further involvement with you, him, or this entire situation. So just leave me out of it all from now. The next day...
Beverlyn, please answer my phone.
What's going on, Oscar?
Is Melody truly your sister? I had no idea about that.
Seriously, it doesn't really matter now. I'm shocked by both of you. So, you're really dating her?
Wow. Hold on, is the pregnancy true as well? Melody mentioned being pregnant? I thought she was just kidding me.
Apparently not. She told me the same thing. But that's not my concern.
Oh no, this is a nightmare.
You only have yourself to blame. Should been more careful. Don't expect sympathy from me after you end things.
This is a messed up situation. You never even mentioned having a sister. How was I supposed to know that Melody was your sister?
Perhaps you could have asked about my family. Oscar, you really need to calm down. Melody is still my sister, and you have to take responsibility for this.
No, don't tell me to relax at this time. My life is ruined. I still can't believe that Melody and you are siblings. Come to think of it, when we first met at that bar, she seemed like she was waiting for me. I should have sensed something was off. Now she's pregnant with my kid. Oh no.
Maybe if you weren't trying to flirt with every woman you come across, you wouldn't be in this awkward situation.
I didn't anticipate it turning out like this. Back then, I had just met my boss's daughter for the first time as well. This seems like a plot between the two of you. Are you trying to get back at me? I thought when I get married, I won't be able to have fun anymore, so I went to that bar for a final fling. That's where I encountered your sister. Did you plan this whole thing from the beginning? You were aware that I was going to leave and you sought revenge. Using your own sister for this scheme. It's unbelievable.
Hey, listen to yourself. You sound irrational.
You can't deceive me anymore. I already knew what you have done. You succeeded in tricking me.
Seriously, reflect on how insane you sound.
Maybe you discovered that I intended to leave, so you used your sister to entrap me and ruin my life. The worst part is that you instructed her to become pregnant. That's incredibly disgusting, you know that?
Perhaps you should seek help for these delusions. This is all in your imagination. None of this was part of my plan. I had no idea you were planning to marry your boss's daughter until after we broke up. I was shocked to know about it. You truly tricked me.
You're lying. I believe this is all part of your plan to get back at me. It's the only explanation. This messed up situation would not have occurred in any other way.
Oh no, it's a miracle. I don't know how, but I suppose terrible people are often drawn to each other.
Please, Beverlyn, I'll pay you if it's money you desire. Just put an end to this now. I'm begging you. I know you hate me, but I can't cancel the wedding with my boss's daughter. You need to make this go away.
As I've been saying, I have nothing to do with this.
Okay, I'm transferring $300,000 to your account now. So we're done?
$300,000? Are you crazy?
This is my apology for everything I did to you. Take that money and leave me alone now. We're finished.
A few hours later.
Sis, what should I do right now? Oscar is completely ignoring my calls and messages.
Why are you telling me?
Remember when I confronted him about that other woman and asked him about the baby? Just like you suggested?
What did he say?
Well, he blamed me for fabricating the whole situation. He also claimed it was some scheme between you and me. No matter what I said, he just rambled on about revenge. He wouldn't even respond when I asked about the baby.
Can you reach him now?
No, I've tried everything.
It seems like he's living in a fantasy world, avoiding all his problems. Convincing him to face reality might be a challenge.
A fantasy?
Yeah, he made up this elaborate story. He believed that I used you to get back at him for planning to break up with me. He actually believes that I played a role in you getting pregnant.
What? That's absurd. How could he even have that thought?
Naturally, I assured him that it was entirely false and that I had no involvement whatsoever. But he refused to listen. Who knows what's going on in his mind?
So what should I do now? I'm pregnant with this child and he's disappeared.
What a coward!
And it's definitely his child. I haven't been with anyone else.
There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry, but this is your problem now. I suppose you'll have to find him.
How am I supposed to do that?
Good luck.
What do you mean by good luck?
You got involved with my ex. I don't know what you expected, but this is your mess now. I won't help you with this. I'm done with it all.
But we're sisters. You must help me go through this mess. Perhaps you could figure out Oscar's whereabouts. You're the only person I can depend on at the moment.
Absolutely not. I'm done. Completely done. I want no more involvement in this entire situation. It's like a poorly written sitcom. I'm out.
Are you for real?
Yeah, deadly serious. Just make sure you take care of the baby. It hasn't done anything wrong. The next day.
What the hell? I gave you $300,000. What more do you want?
What's going on now?
Melody showed up at my workplace today. She made a huge scene.
You knew she would come to your workplace.
She insisted I take responsibility for the baby. My boss was right there. What were you thinking? Do you want to destroy my life completely?
I have no idea about that. But you did get her pregnant. So, she has every right to confront you after you ignored her. What did you expect?
Don't act like you didn't know. Are you serious right now? Is she really pregnant? With my child? Are you saying this isn't some sick joke?
That's exactly what I've been saying all along. I didn't force Melanie to do anything. She made her own choices and approached you willingly. I'm not involved in this.
What? Are you serious? I managed to calm her down and get her to leave. But because of that incident, my boss asked for an explanation. Now I've lost any chance of getting those $1,000,000 contracts. My life is ruined.
You really messed things up, didn't you? At least it seems like you're facing reality now. Listen carefully. There's one final thing you must grasp. I never want to hear from you again. Goodbye, Oscar. After Melody stormed into Oscar's workplace to confront him about their child, his boss did not permit him to marry his daughter. Consequently, Oscar hasn't had any significant contracts anymore, and he lost the trust of both his boss and colleagues. The news about him making my sister pregnant has extended beyond his workplace, with the news spreading to other companies. He hardly has a chance to apply for a new job. Negotiations regarding the child began between Melody and Oscar, but the latest information indicates that he ran off once again, avoiding any responsibility for child support. Melody finally gave birth, and opted to raise the child independently, without Oscar's involvement.
Emily, get up right now. I need to talk to you about something essential. Come ahead, get up.
Oh my goodness. How do you know what time it is? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What is so crucial that you can't wait till later to discuss it with me?
Well, you are going to find out. I arranged for you to meet my best friend yesterday. You remember that, don't you?
Yeah, with your friend Jay, we went to a pretty fantastic barbecue restaurant. The cuisine was amazing there. We haven't been to a good place in a long time. Was there an issue?
To be honest, the two of us had a little party without you. After that, none of us went home immediately, and I learned the outcome of your evaluation from her. Every single aspect of it.
What? What? She was giving me a grade. And this is the first I've heard of an after party. Didn't we part up at the store after we ate at the restaurant and you even walked me home, right?
Yeah, you remembered, right? Right after I dropped you off, I headed back to meet up with Jade. I wanted to know if you really were the right one for me. I don't want to just marry anyone. I wanted to know if you were worthy enough to be my better half. That's why I went back to her, to hear the results of her evaluation regarding that.
I can't believe this. You went behind my back to have your best friend evaluate me?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision. I mean, we're talking about marriage here. It's not a small thing.
I understand that, but you should have talked to me about it first. You shouldn't have gone behind my back to have someone else judge me.
I'm sorry, Emily. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just trying to do what was best for us.
Why are you treating this like an exam? Is it truly that serious?
Because it is serious. Didn't we just celebrate our anniversary? We've been dating for over 10 years, and marriage has finally been discussed. But, you know, marriage is a significant decision. Just because we've been together for a long time doesn't mean we're a good match. I needed a second opinion from a third party who would be absolutely honest and objective in their assessment.
I thought it was odd that you were suddenly presenting me to your best friend. I didn't understand we went to that restaurant just so you could carry out your bizarre plan.
Emily, please accept my apologies. I know I should have discussed this with you beforehand, but I was so terrified. I didn't want to jeopardize our relationship if you failed the test.
What the hell is going on, Jack? I'm not the kind of thing you can pass around and have your pals analyze. I'm a human being who deserves to be treated with dignity.
I know, Emily. I'm truly sorry.
So, she told me I could give up on you and go for someone better, huh?
Yes, and I think she's right. You don't consider me at all. I'm sure that would carry into our married life and cause me a lot of misery.
Why would you just sit there and listen to her without defending me at all? Were you just meekly nodding your head the whole time while hardly using your own brain? We were dating for 10 years. She said I wasn't as cute as my boyfriend. Shouldn't you have at least defended me there?
I don't need to defend you. I trust my best friend's judgment.
Your best friend is a judgmental jerk.
She's just telling me the truth.
No, she's not. She's just trying to break us up because she's jealous of us.
That's not true. She only wants what's best for me.
What part of this is stupid?
My best friend of many years judged you for me, and I have full faith in her skills. She has the ability to give you a proper evaluation, and I trust her decision.
Excuse me. We ate dinner together literally one time, just once. What could she possibly have gathered from that? I can't accept that she'd make us break up over something like that.
But that one time was enough. She told me she understood everything from that alone. For instance, you wouldn't give me any of the meat after it was grilled. You expected me to always get it myself. And whenever the ashtray got full, you never offered to empty it. And on top of being inconsiderate, you're not even that cute.
You're kidding, right? I'm breaking up with you because you're a selfish jerk. You only care about yourself and what you want. You don't consider my needs or feelings at all. And now you're even insulting my appearance. That's the last straw.
Whatever. I didn't want to marry you anyway. You're not good enough for me.
Oh, please. You're the one who's not good enough for me. I deserve someone better. Someone who will treat me with respect and love me for who I am. I'm not going to waste my time on someone who doesn't appreciate me.
Good luck finding that person. I'm the best you're ever going to get.
We'll see about that. Few minutes later. I can't believe I broke up Jack.
I told you that you should have done it sooner. He's a jerk.
I know, but I thought I loved him. We broke up because of something his best friend said. It was only one meeting, but she seemed to be able to see right through me. She said that I were selfish, inconsiderate, and not even that cute.
I can't believe this. He's breaking up with you over the opinion of one person? Someone who only met you once?
Yes, he did. He's clearly blinded by your friendship with this girl. He can't even see that she's just trying to break us up. I don't understand what he thought. I still love him.
You never loved him. You were just infatuated with him.
I guess you're right.
Now you're free to find someone who is worthy of your love.
Yes. And I'm going to do just that. Next day.
Emily, are you there?
What?
I came to apologize. I'm so sorry for what I said. I was being a jerk. Emily, I'm so sorry for breaking up with you. I was being an idiot.
It's okay, Jack. I've already moved on.
But I love you. I can't live without you.
I'm sorry, Jack, but I can't be with someone who doesn't trust me enough to make my own decisions.
I trust you now. I promise I'll never let anyone come between us again.
It's too late, Jack. I'm no longer interested in you. In the evening. I just read your conversation with your boyfriend. It's so silly. Hold on a second. Go back. What do you mean you were reading over his shoulder? So that means you saw our entire conversation.
Yep, we partied a little too hard last night and missed the last train. And since I live nearby, I let him stay over at my place. Having said that, he didn't even go to sleep. He just kept idly drinking until sunrise. Unbelievable, right?
How was that even possible? We were drinking until pretty late last night.
Yeah, I was pretty drunk too. But Jack just wouldn't stop. And as I was looking over his shoulder at the phone screen, I saw the conversation you two were having, so I started reading it. It was just so interesting, you know?
Oh my God, I can't believe this. You read his private conversation with me? That's a complete invasion of privacy.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. But I couldn't help myself. It was just so juicy.
You're unbelievable. You're his best friend. I can't believe you would do something like that.
Look, I'm not proud of it, but I did it. And now, I know that you're not the person I thought you were.
What do you mean?
You're mean and judgmental, and you don't even trust him.
I do trust him. I just don't trust your judgment. That's not the point here. You're reading the conversation between me and my boyfriend. That's a complete invasion of our privacy.
Nah, that's not the issue here. The issue is that you're breaking up with your boyfriend based on some random girl's advice. I thought it was pretty interesting to see how everything played out, that's all. So anyway, since Jack's my best friend, and also my coworker, I don't really want to interfere in your relationship.
So what are you going to do about the breakup?
Wait a second. You're saying it's interesting, but aren't you going to help me? If you don't, then we'll really end up breaking up. And it's all because of you.
Well, you know, if you think about it, it's all because you wouldn't defend yourself. If you're not going to stand up for yourself, then there's nothing I can do. It's your fault you couldn't convince him otherwise.
I tried to defend myself, but he wouldn't listen to me. He said that he trusted your judgment more than mine.
Well, that's his problem, not mine.
But you're the one who gave him the bad advice.
I just told him what I saw. I didn't tell him to break up with you.
But you implied it?
No, I didn't. I just told him the truth.
The truth is that you're a jealous jerk who wants to break us up.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You're always jealous of me because I have a better life than you.
That's not true. I'm perfectly happy with my life.
You're not. You're miserable. And you want to make me miserable too.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. And I'm not going to let you.
Fine. You're right. I am jealous of you. I am miserable. And I do want to make you miserable. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to let you ruin my life.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that you're a selfish jerk who doesn't care about anyone but himself. You're only with Jack because you think he's the best you can do,
But he's not. He deserves someone better. Someone who will love him for who he is, not for what he can give them.
You're wrong. I love Jack.
No, you don't. You're just using him. And I'm not going to let you do that anymore.
Few minutes later. What a jerk. You know, Jack's best friend Jade just contacted me. She read my and Jack's messages. She divided us indeed out of jealousy. It's so scary. Now that we broke up, she must be gloating.
Oh my God, what a bloody story this is. But even though you know that you guys broke up because of Jade, Jack himself was too bad. You can't go back to Jack. Jack immediately believed his best friend's words, but did not believe his friend, which led to this incident.
I know that. I'm slowly moving on.
Yes, you deserve someone better.
That's true. Next day.
Emily, I know you're upset with me. And I understand why. But I want you to know that I love you. I really do.
Jack, I don't want to hear this.
Come on. We've been dating for 10 years. 10 whole years. Are you really okay with it just ending like this?
Well, yeah. You see, there are plenty of other guys out there. And I'm still young, so I can find someone better suited for me. There's no reason for me to settle for someone who can't even argue back for themselves. I mean, 10 years is a long time, but it's not like we were married or anything. There's still plenty of time to find someone better. Well then, see you later.
Wait. You can't just leave like this. We need to talk about this.
There's nothing more to talk about. I've made my decision.
But why? Why are you doing this to me?
Because you're a loser. You're a spineless jellyfish who can't even stand up for yourself. You don't deserve me.
That's not true. I love you.
You don't love me. You love yourself more than anything in the world. And that's why I'm breaking up with you.
Please, Emily. Don't do this.
I already have. Goodbye, Jack. In the afternoon.
Called. Miss, called. I need to talk to you.
About what?
About us.
There's nothing to talk about. I made my decision.
Please, Emily. Just give me a chance to explain myself.
Fine, but make it quick.
Emily, I know you're upset with me, and I understand why, but I want you to know that I love you. I really do.
Jack, I don't want to hear this.
Please, just listen to me. I know I made a mistake, but I'm begging you to give me another chance.
Jack, I don't know.
Emily, I promise that I'll never take you for granted again. I'll always be there for you. I'll always support you. I'll always love you.
Jack.
Emily, please. Don't give up on us.
I don't know what to say.
Just say that you'll give me another chance.
Fine. I'll give you another chance.
Thank you, Emily. I love you so much.
I love you too, Jack. A month later.
We need to marry.
What? Marry you? Are you serious?
Yes, of course I am. We've known each other for so long, and we've been through a lot together. I think it's time we finally settled down and started a family.
A family? With you? That's a joke, right?
Why do you have to be so negative? I'm just trying to make amends.
There's nothing to make amends for. You're the one who betrayed me all those years ago.
That was in the past. People change. I'm a different person now.
I don't believe you. You're still the same selfish, arrogant jerk you've always been.
Whatever you say. But I'm not giving up on you. I'm going to marry you, whether you like it or not.
You're delusional. I would never marry you.
We'll see about that.
Few minutes later. Hey, Sarah. You're never going to believe what just happened. I can't believe he actually just proposed to me. What a psycho.
Oh my God, I can't believe he did that.
I know, right? I'm so creeped out.
You see, it was a mistake to go back to him. You need to get away from him. He's clearly not right in the head.
I know, but I don't know what to do. He said he's not giving up on me.
You need to protect yourself. File a restraining order against him.
I don't want to go that far. But I guess I might have to if he doesn't back off.
I'm here for you no matter what.
Thanks, Sarah. I don't know what I would do without you. Next day.
Let's get married.
I told you I won't marry you. A month ago, you didn't trust me and hurt me. How can we get married when it's only been 1 month? I think it was a mistake for us to go back. Let's break up now.
What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Yes, of course. I don't want to be involved with you anymore.
You will soon regret this.
6 months later.
Let's get married.
Are you kidding me? Marry you? Seriously?
Well, think about it. We're both around 30 years old now. It would be just too sad for us to continue on into our 30s all alone. That's why I came here to tell you I'm willing to take you back. I'll marry you.
You're kidding, right? You threw me away like trash half a year ago, just 6 months ago? And now you wanted me just because you're getting old and lonely?
Hey, don't be so hard on me. Now I'm more mature and I appreciate you more. You're the only woman I've ever truly loved.
I don't believe you. You're just saying this because you're desperate.
No, I'm serious. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I promise to be a good husband and father to our children.
Children? Are you serious?
Of course. I want a family with you.
You're not listening to me. I said no. I don't want anything to do with you.
But why not? We could have a good life together.
Because I don't trust you. You've broken my heart once, and I'm not going to let you do it again.
I promise. I won't hurt you. I'm a changed man.
I don't believe you. And even if I did, I still don't want to be with you. I've moved on, and I'm happy with my life.
But you can't be happy with your life. You're alone.
I'd rather be alone than with you.
Fine. Be that way.
I won't.
Fine. Have it your way. But you'll regret this.
I don't think so. After that, Jack kept nagging me in the hopes that I would return and marry him. Maybe his familial pressure made him believe he had to marry someone, and I was his choice. Frustrating. He was the one who trusted his closest friend and opted to stop our relationship, but he was also the one who couldn't let go. Sarah then took me to meetings where I met Mark, a man who was nice, respectful, and listened to me. We're still getting to know each other, but I believe we both see the other half of our lives.
Hello, Ryder. Isn't it been a long time?
Zane? Hey, what's up? It's been a while, I think. Now that I think about it, we haven't seen each other since college.
Yes, I suppose so. How long has it been? 8 years? So, what's new? Is there anything exciting going on?
Oh, I was just watching Netflix. So, how about you?
That is not what I am asking. I was curious as to what kind of work you've been doing. Just dropping in to see how things are going for you after graduation.
Oh, that's right. I'm a fool. It's not at all exciting. Just like everyone else, I work for a typical old corporation in the city.
Oh, really? What kind of business is it? Don't tell me you're still a new employee making minimum wage.
No, I mean...
I suppose we all start somewhere. But come on, you have no one to blame but yourself. I mean, you didn't even try to obtain a part-time job or anything while college. Of course, with no work experience, you'd have to start with low-paying positions. After all, laziness comes back to bite you. It will not get you a job right away.
My job isn't bad, I mean. To be honest, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Despite the fact that my position may not have the finest job security, I am loving it for what it is, and moreover, it's all good work experience.
In contrast to you, I'm doing quite well. See, I've been confirmed to begin working for S Industries, one of the branches of that massive multinational behemoth known as the S Group. Everyone has heard of them, I'm sure. Of course, the remuneration is fantastic as well.
How did you end up working for the S Group?
Don't you think it's appropriate for an intellectual and successful man like myself? Look at me, someone this important and amazing, contacting an old acquaintance. Aren't I thoughtful?
Yes, I suppose. How did you even acquire this job?
So, I was called by a corporate representative who happened to be recruiting for new staff.
Oh, wow. They must have been going around recruiting folks. And you were selected?
Sure I did. I'm sorry for drifting away from you, who is making little to nothing at your job. But I swear to achieve for the sake of both of us.
Huh. I still can't believe the S Group was simply recruiting individuals.
It just goes to demonstrate how valuable I am and how much they rely on people like me and their organization. I'm sorry, but I just keep moving up the ladder while you don't. I suppose we aren't all created equal.
So let me ask you a question. Is that all you have to say to me? Or was there another reason you texted me unexpectedly?
Sorry about that. I just wanted to share the fantastic news. Then again, I've told everyone in our old friend group.
Oh, you contacted everyone else.
Sure did. However, it appears that I was the most successful of all of us in the end. Who'd have guessed? I know our small reunion is quickly approaching, so I thought I'd give everyone an update on the man I've become before we meet in person. After all, I don't want them to have a heart attack. Who knows what would happen if any of them found out I was making 10 times what they were?
You're correct. You stated that this company was recruited by the S Group, which is excellent. But do you know who? The top dogs of this branch company are...
What exactly are you talking about? And why should I be concerned? I mean, if they need me to learn about specific corporate executives, I'm sure they'll let me know. During orientation.
Right.
Next month, I'll be a new guy.
So, congrats on getting in. I'll be cheering for you. 2 months later.
Ryder, what's up? Why, after all, are you in the S Group? I happened to see you at work the other day. If you were working at the same company as me, you should have told me sooner. I mean, I saw you working with my boss. What's the deal? Oh, were you getting assistance in figuring out where everything in the firm was? Wait, I thought I heard from my superiors that some new employee was about to join the company or something, but it had to be you. Oh, you cunning devil, I know what you're up to. Is it correct that you were so envious of my life working at this company that you begged the boss to recruit you? Okay, I've got a great idea. While you're here, why don't I become your mentor? Wasn't your workstation just next to mine? What a bizarre coincidence. This will work perfectly. Take a look at this. I heard that the CEO of our parent firm will be visiting the workplace today. So I'll do my best to demonstrate everything I'm capable of, and he'll have no choice but to raise my pay rate. If I'm lucky, I might even find a new job in the company. Yes, I'm confident he'll be impressed. Okay, now that everything's settled, please come over to my desk as soon as possible. And if you simply utter a few simple lines, I'll be your reliable mentor. Sane, please. Teach this worthless bottom-tier human how to do a genuine job. That's it.
1 hour later.
What did I say, Ryder? I told you to come to my desk as soon as possible. But take a look at what's transpired. It's been an hour and I haven't seen you once. Check out these messages. You haven't even opened our text messages as far as I can tell. Who do you think I am? I'm the boss. You'd better double-check your work decorum. Do you understand that you must respond to any messages from your superiors immediately? So, no ignoring business. Fine, as your supervisor, I'll locate you this time so you know who's in charge around here. Just sit tight. Do you understand what I mean?
30 minutes later.
Isn't that hilarious? That clap on your back? Didn't I do a fantastic job with you? You probably weren't expecting that look, but I've had a master plan to whack your back with that. Metal ruler. I wish I had videotaped that. So I hope you realize what you've gotten yourself into for ignoring what I instruct you to do. Anyways, Ryder, you understand? You need to quit being so arrogant in front of me. And you best quit ignoring me and get here right away, don't you? You don't want another metal ruler slapped across your spine, do you? I didn't think so. Better yet, since there appears to be nothing up there, perhaps I should smack your head. Maybe I'll slap your butt while I'm at it. Because you plainly are a nasty guy who will not listen to anyone. Ha ha ha.
Zane, let me ask you a simple question. You've been here a month, right?
Yes, I did. You have 1 month more than me. You realize I'm the boss around here. You can either follow my instructions or leave. Which one is it, eh? Learn your place right now.
Back at you. You should have done more research on who your superiors were.
What do you mean? Well, anything. You had better think about all I told you.
Later that night.
Ryder, please explain. What exactly does all of this mean?
Zane, good evening. Is something wrong?
Why is this company's CEO a random paper pusher like yourself? What does that even mean? Isn't there some confusion? This is a ruse you devised to exact revenge on me for the time I smacked you. That is the only explanation. There's no way you could be the new CEO of our company's branch.
Well, Zane, that's the truth. I am the CEO of the branch where you are so proud to work. There isn't anything else to it.
How do you become CEO? After all, you've just recently joined. You scarcely had any professional experience prior to this. How could a nobody with no qualifications be the CEO of such a massive corporation? This is all a joke designed to elicit a reaction from me.
I'm sure you're befuddled with everything. I suppose I'll go through everything just to make sure we're all on the same page. You see, there was something you were lacking from the start. You were aware that I was not looking for work during my college years, but there was a significant reason for this.
Is there a reason?
Well, the aim from the start was to succeed my father as CEO of his company. So, rather than applying for a job that I would stay at for the rest of my life, I went around, bouncing from job to learn more about the workplace. My father wanted me to meet a diverse range of individuals before taking over the company he had dedicated his life to. That's why I didn't have a steady income after college. Then I started working for my father in this company, learning all of the necessary skills from my co-workers. Until a year later, when I was told to succeed my father as CEO. Do you see what's going on now?
You never brought this up in college. So how could I possibly believe anything you say now?
It's because I've been taken advantage of by many around me in the past just by discussing too much about my personal life. Why would I ever discuss something like this? You know, I'm not the sort to brag.
Damn it. I would have approached you earlier if I had known.
Of course you did. That's why I didn't say anything to you about it.
I still can't believe I hit my boss.
That's right. My back was extremely red and puffy afterwards. Aren't you relieved I didn't break a bone?
If you'd just come out and told me you were the CEO, all of this would not have occurred.
There are things you should and shouldn't do whether you're a temporary worker in the organization or a beginner on your first shift ever. And plainly, treating someone as your full inferior and hitting them across the back with a metal ruler is not appropriate. Even a child would understand. And yet, it is precisely what you do to me.
Everything was a misunderstanding.
Whatever, what's done is done. And why did you insist on being my mentor? Even if I were a novice, don't you think it's odd that someone with only a month of experience would be looking for others with less experience to teach? Why would you believe the bosses would give someone who has no idea what they're doing a personal assistant? What, after all, was your ultimate goal? To make me your servant?
Well, after all, full-time employees are technically more valuable to the organization than part-timers. And because I knew you, I decided to show you the ropes rather than leave you to fend for yourself.
As the CEO of this company, I can assure you that there are no restrictions in the corporate policies that specify any of that. Indeed, believing that part-time workers are less valuable than full-time workers is plainly a violation of human rights. Furthermore, did you know that persons such as casual workers and part-time employees might earn more per hour based on the work they do?
What's that?
Don't tell me you had no idea.
That was completely obvious to me, without a doubt.
Anyway, take a look. I'll keep you informed when all we have to determine out your penalty when you hit your own CEO. So sit back and reflect on what you've done in the meanwhile. I'll let you know later this week what happens.
Wait! I apologize.
Several days later.
Ryder, we need to talk. Why on earth am I being fired? This is all a terrible joke. Why should I bear the consequences of a simple misunderstanding?
You've approached the wrong person, pal. The entire headquarters made this decision.
But you're the CEO of this company. You have the final say. After all, we're pals. Why are you attempting to defraud me in this manner?
You got in through contacts, correct?
What do you mean?
I heard you were playing all haughty, making it appear as if the corporation had gone out to hire. when in fact you simply have connections in the field.
What's the wrong with that, you say? What difference does it make how I got in?
I'm not arguing that getting into the company through contacts is impossible. I'm delighted to welcome anyone who contributes to the success of our organization.
So, what's the problem?
However, even after a month of working, you don't know the names of your superiors, let alone the bulk of your coworkers. And then you had the arrogance to approach me as if you knew how this institution worked, attempting to hire me as your personal servant.
I told you I didn't know any better. I was simply attempting to assist an old acquaintance.
But it isn't all. You were always trying to talk to Era in the office, weren't you? She told me that was an everyday occurrence.
Why do I need your approval to experience romance?
Era has a fiancé outside of the workplace, as you are aware. She told you that, but you kept saying how it wouldn't work out between the two of them and how it would be better for her to get with you.
Again, why do I need your relationship advice? Please respond to my question.
I'm not sure why you've suddenly become defensive. It was definitely getting to the point of harassment, and you could tell by the vibe in the room that she didn't want anything to do with you.
Why are we even mentioning Era? She is unrelated to you.
Because Era is my closest companion.
What? When did this happen? And what exactly? Is it true that I'm not permitted to approach your friends?
I came in the other day to monitor the workplace because Era had complained about one of the new recruits bothering her. That is where it all started. And after asking her about the situation, they discovered that it was you who had been disturbing her all along. As a result, I discovered that you got into this company through relationships rather than being scouted. Regardless, this was apparent workplace harassment. With Era, you crossed the line. But because you were a college friend, I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to see everything with my own eyes. But see how that turned out. You just assaulted me in broad daylight.
Oh, no.
But I'm surprised you didn't recognize me as your own CO at first glimpse. You should have done your homework, huh? You would not have lost your job if you had been more careful. These, however, were your deeds. It's time to take charge.
Just a moment. Era arranged everything. She came to you in tears, pleading with you to keep an eye on my actions. I wouldn't have gone through with it if you hadn't informed me earlier how essential you were. For God's sake, it was simply a light-hearted jest from a friend.
I'm not sure if you understand what an arrangement is because you're clearly the only one who is incorrect here. Apart from harassing Era, all of this could have been avoided if you had cared a little more about who worked at your own job. Anyway, I'm resuming the talk for a moment, but you will be dismissed. This is the final conclusion made after examining everything you've done during your time here.
Please reconsider your position.
But wait! I almost forgot about it. I realize it's difficult to bring this up now, but I needed to go to the hospital for a checkup. So I'll be asking you to pay those costs legitimately. But you're going to be all right. I mean, you're a super rich person, right?
What are you talking about? Why should I pay for your hospital bills?
It's called being accountable for all of your acts, right? Anyway, a letter verifying everything will be delivered to your address very soon.
You've got to be kidding me.
I think I can put this whole thing behind me if you pay for the harm you've caused to my firm up front.
So, you're going to extort money from my wallet either way?
As I've said before, all of this could have been avoided with a simple background check, friend. Anyway, when I say I'll obtain money from you legally, I really mean it. So, expect to hear from my attorney very soon. Please, for the benefit of both of us, consider what you've done and ask yourself who is at fault. Here.
This is not possible. A super exceptional like myself couldn't possibly lose a job like this.
So, it's time to notify all of our other buddies, eh? After that, obviously, Zane was fired for all of the problems he caused his coworkers, including myself. He attempted everything he could to contact his contacts within the organization, but after assaulting the CEO of all people, he had little hope of getting back in. According to what I learned, this is how it always goes, with Zane feeling a touch too dominant at work and treating the people around him as inferiors. ultimately leading to his impending doom of being dismissed for going too far. As I previously stated to him, I had dispatched a lawyer to suit him for the incident in which he assaulted me in public. Unfortunately, without a full-time job to provide a stable income, Zane had little choice but to beg his parents to lend him the money to pay off my hospital bills. Not to mention the fact that the only work he could ever get after that was at a factory where one of his pals worked, where he would spend the rest of his days working himself to death. He is gradually returning the funds to his parents, but at one time he messaged me, pleading with me to forgive him and waive the cost. But, as usual, I ignored the message and went about my business.
Hi, honey. What are you doing? I miss you so much.
I miss you too, babe. I just got home after work and will go for a workout.
Oh, that sounds great. Always be healthy and pretty until our wedding. I'm still at work now, babe. By the way, I want to remind you about our dinner with my parents. I have already reserved a table at your favorite restaurant. We will talk about our wedding the next 3 months. I am so excited. This is the best day in my life when I have you.
I prefer going on Saturday. Did your parents know about this?
Yes, babe, I already told them. I will come to pick you up that day. I have prepared a gift for you.
What is that, babe? I mean, whatever it is, you're my best gift ever. But...
Is anything wrong, babe?
I've had dinner with your family a few times, but something feels wrong. You father, brother, and even sister-in-law adore me. But I felt like there's something not good between me and your mom. Everyone seemed to cherish and welcome me, but your mom. And it's very hard for me to have the conversation with her. I think I need more time to have good rapport with her before we are going to live in a home.
Is anything wrong, babe? I will do everything to help you, but I can't wait the day I can bring you home to become my wife. So I think the meeting will be held normally.
Thanks for comforting me, babe. I've been thinking about this since the first day I met your mother. I'm confused.
I'm always here for you.
Hi. Is that Emily? Sorry for reaching you out like this out of nowhere, but could you talk right now? I asked Richard for your number because I have something to tell you. I am Richard's mother.
Hi, Ms. Rachel. How are you these days? I have free time now and we could talk if you want. I just told Richard that I would call you soon and ask you to go out for a coffee date, just the two of us.
Now, it might be sudden, but there's something I need to tell you. Well, I'll just go straight to the point, and I hope you will understand. Richard is my child, so I just want the best for him.
I'm sorry, but I kind of don't get it. Has Richard told you about the dinner with my family? We will together plan for the wedding.
Yes, I heard about that. But I won't come because I do not accept my son to marry you.
What? Sorry, Ms. Rachel, but can you tell me the reason? I can't stand why you do this right before the meeting day. Did you told Richard? What decision are you talking about?
My son is an excellent kid, so he needs someone as excellent as him to be his wife. At first, I thought he was just playing with you for fun, so I did not care that much. But now my son wants to marry you. I can no longer stay still and let this go any further. My son will also be contacting you soon to discuss this decision. Thank for your time, and have a good day.
Wait a second, Ms. Rachel. This is unexpected. Please answer my question. Why would you suddenly cancel the engagement?
Oh, I think this is too easy to know the reason why I am doing this, right? Are you stupid? My attitude in the first time is too clear that I don't like you. And you should know about this. My decision is my family's decision. Noon can change this.
How about Richard? Apart from your assumptions, what did he say? Does he feel the same way with you? He hasn't mentioned anything about ending the engagement and cancel the meeting.
I think that's because he still can't move on. He is so happy and looking forward to the wedding and the day he can bring you home. But I have to teach my son a lesson about how to choose a good wife.
Choose a good wife?
I don't have much time to talk with you. I said that was my decision so that Noon can change. I thought it would be better to inform you directly as soon as possible. That's why I reached out to you. I think you will get a message from him later today too, once he finishes his work.
Ms. Rachel, I have to say that I truly love Rachel and I want to spend my entire life with him. So please give me the reason, then I will fix and make you pleased. Can you?
Haha, I am so surprised when you asked me that question, 'cause you didn't have the right to do that. But I will answer you because I don't want to see some ridiculous and funny story here. You know, I have three handsome and fantastic sons, and 2 out of the 3 have really excellent wives that they brought into my family. They all wear really expensive brand of clothes and have graduated famous universities. Also, their family is very rich that they can give them an apartment before they got married. But, look at you, see what you have? Nothing. I even have to buy a house for you and my son. So I think I will find him a young rich girl which has the same desire as me. Loving luxury brand.
But why can you decide to hate or love someone relying on their clothes? I just have never been the one who put all my money into what I wear. I guess the house my dad gave me is pretty simple compared to other house, but it has the good location that we can sell some agricultural products. And our business run excellent. Why don't you accept that?
What's even worse, agriculture. This is 4.0 era, you know. Why can you sell that? It can be compared to the job of my 2 great daughter-in-law. The lawyer and a doctor. You just a seller and you even haven't graduated. I know that your dad is a farmer. I'm sure he doesn't have a sense of culture or make enough money to be considered worthwhile in our world. I guess that he even doesn't know how to use a phone. That's funny to say to you.
Why can you say that? It's true that my dad is farmer, but he is really a fantastic man. You can't talk about my dad with that unrespect words. Even now, he is still working hard to make sure that my mom gets to go on all those dream vacations she's been wanting. I am not burst or flex anything, but it's the truth. I am so sad if you say those words about my dad. I know that you can evaluate by your opinion, but my father is a farmer. That job is not really bad at all. You shouldn't view a job in that way. I respect you, so please show me that you done that with my father either. My dad have a dream to manufacture agricultural products for the hunger. That's beautiful dream and he did it. He's a hero in my mind. Now he's a famous business in agricultural and the one who has the biggest garden in Texas.
Haha, stop talking nonsense, I don't believed. So you think you can call yourself a good wife like the rest of them because your dad is a good man? Haha, sweetie, please don't think that anymore, you crack me up. You lack all of the good qualities that the rest of my family has. You know that we are all teacher, doctor or police, lawyer, which is a very precious job. Not like you and your family. That's because why I don't like you and my son taking you to our home at the first meeting. You have the look or poor people and you even don't have any luxury clothes. You are like a 90 years old people. What's an ashamed?
Ms. Rachel, I can't stand why you treat me like this.
We're talking about your lack of wealth. I can smell your lack of money from a mile away, and it's atrocious. I could smell you even if you use some luxury perfume or wear something expensive. You still look like a poor people. I can't understand why my son can love you and begged for accepting you. You have such boring history with your family that makes nasty smell impossible to get rid of.
I'm still not seeing the problem with what my family is like though.
The way you smell, the way you dress indicate the fact that you didn't come from wealth. Moreover, you even ungraduated. I can't accept that. We need a wife who has knowledge. I don't know why my son chose you. All of his sons have great wives, so what made him think that the rock like you was a gem? So confused.
I will ask Richard about this.
You mean that you will distract him when he is working? It seems you lack common sense, don't you think?
How can you say that? Don't you understand how I feel right now? I know that you don't like me from the first time, but I always want to fix it. I never want to give up. But when I heard the reason why you don't like me, I so sad and disappointed. I don't know what to do next.
Calm down. You're going to make me laugh with all this rash behavior. It's rather unbecoming for a woman to act this way, you know? It's because you're poor, so you don't know about the basic manners that you behave this way?
How dare you speak to me like that? Who do you think you are, judging others? Please don't mention my mom and dad. Insulting me like this is all completely unacceptable.
Oh dear, sometimes girls like you can be quite scary. I've only been stating facts, yet you respond with such harsh accusations.
You're not actually making such a big decision just because my family is working on a farm.
What's so ridiculous about it? It seems like a logical reason to me.
Are you serious?
Yes, you should just give up now. There's nothing more to discuss.
This is so insane.
You're pretty stubborn, aren't you? It's a pity to see someone who can't accept the truth. You have to confirm with my son. I have no further business with you, so I'll say goodbye now.
Missed call. Are you working now, Richard? Please get back and pick up my phone as soon as possible.
What's up? I can't call you right now. Is there something urgent?
Don't you have a clue about what I want to talk about?
Emily, I am too busy now, so I don't have time to answer your question and even guess what you pretend to say to me.
Okay, I will go straight to the point. I have just had conversation with your mother. She said she wanted to cancel the wedding and also the meeting tomorrow.
Oh, I see. So she talked to you about that, huh? Can we address it tonight?
I want to talk to you right now. Can you go out right now? I'm so scared and I don't know what to do and told my parents.
I am really busy and I can't talk about this trivial matters with you.
What do you mean? Trivial matter?
Well, the situation is different now, isn't it? I thought it was evident. The engagement has already been called off, so we don't have any obligations to each other anymore. My mom didn't permit me to marry a girl from fame or family, so I can't change anything. And if I have a conversation with you right now, I think I won't change anything. Just waste my time.
Are you telling me that you actually agree to end everything like that? I still don't understand why you can do this with me. After 2 years we've been in a relationship.
To think about it, I think it wouldn't lead to anything. My mom has explained to me, and I think she's right.
What are you talking about? Are you saying that if your mother says something bad, you blindly follow her without hesitation? Aren't you mature enough to decide your life instead of listening to her?
No, you're misunderstood. It's not like that. After hearing what she said, I think it's true to some extent, and I thought that she might have a point. That's all. My mother was against the wedding from the beginning, so I feel like I had no choice but to end it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, are you serious about your choice?
Yes, of course, I won't regret about this.
So end up here. I didn't anything to say with you.
Good evening. I am sorry to text you this late. I have a question to ask you. If you don't mind, can I ask?
Oh, hi Ms. Rachel. What's that?
Well, I have heard something from my son, and I wanted to ask you about your father. Is he really the chairman of a biggest exported company in our country?
Oh, finally you know the truth.
Oh, I am sorry for my behavior earlier. I should have asked about your background first before making assumptions. I acted inappropriately, and I feel so embarrassed now.
Okay, everything have gone, you don't have to say sorry or think it in a negative way.
I understand if you're angry with me. But can you forgive for me?
No, I don't think this is something that you have told me to forgive. You and me, and even Richard now, is stranger. And we don't have anything to say with each other, you know.
No, wait. I still want to hold the engagement again.
What's going on here? You just contact me again because you know the truth about my family? Do you really feel ashamed?
What? Oh, my stupid son, why he not tell me sooner?
It can't change anything. The true love will be felt and see clearly. Don't just care about only money. This just proves how terrible of a human being you are. It really doesn't matter if you have a postgraduate degree. You need to stop mocking and looking down on me right now. I'm telling this to all of you. I'm going to make you regret it. You know nothing about the love and respect for you relatives.
Oh, Emily, I am so sorry for what I have done to you. But I realize that anything can't change now. I am hurted you in the past and looked down on you. I am so embarrassed. Please forgiving me and stay at our home. I will fix all thing and let you see my effort.
No, Ms. Rachel, it's over. I can accept and forgive to you, but it's not mean I can come back to that house and live like nothing happened. You're not my mother-in-law anymore. And the truth is that all the respect I left to you is lost. If you lost something, you wouldn't take it back.
Then Emily blocked both Richard and Rachel because they keep bothering her by texting and calling even when she's working. Rachel has a big lesson in her life that she will never forget. Emily finally found her true love, and fortunately, he runs the biggest company in that area. Their wedding is the best wedding ever, and everyone has to be jealous with their happiness.